Good morning everyone from a lovely Dudhope Park. I'm part of the Green Health Week today. It's Alison Connor and anyone for tennis. Well, Robin and I have decided to start off in the tennis courts at Dudhope Park. We've had a rather enjoyable game there. It's on a knife edge at the moment. We're at 2 games all and we're just going into the third game. It was a best of 3, so no, it was a best of 5, wasn't it, Robin?
Yes,
and we're sitting at 2 games all, so we can't carry on with the game just now because obviously we've got to talk to you guys and we want to tell you all about the park. Well, hopefully I'm not too out of breath, but we've had a good workout this morning. Here we are, as I said, we're in the tennis courts and we've been here probably since about 9:30 this morning having a wee knock about the court. And there's 2 guys over there playing as well, and they're a bit better than us.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. My goodness, they were bashing that ball backwards and forwards. Robin and I were kind of tapping it, but we've still got a good game going. So I'm just going to put away the tennis racket and the ball. Robin and I are going to finish our game after the recording's finished. And if you want to have a guess at who's going to win or anything like that, please feel free to put a couple of comments in. So we're going to go around the park today, lovely Dudhope Park. If anybody's interested in knowing a lot more about the park, things that maybe I don't know about and other people, there's actually an organisation and a group called Friends of Dudhope Park, and they do lots of work to promote, maintain, keep activities going within here. So if you want any information on them, they have got a Facebook page, and Jennifer Livingston, the empowerment worker, she can give us all the information as well. So if you want to take an interest in the park and maybe help to develop and shape the way it's going to go, they'd be delighted to hear from you. You'll also know, and we're going to get it on camera later on, that there's a wonderful castle here called Dudhope Castle. Now, I've been reliably informed, hot off the press this morning from Jennifer Livingston, that there's also a Friends of Dudhope Castle group. So that's another group. They'll be hoping to look after the castle and shape its destination and what's going to happen to it. So I'm going to wait to put my tennis racket and ball away. Robin, I'll take yours too.
Get this one here for you.
I'll put it back in the
winning
bag.
racket.
Right, that's the winning racket, is it? That's fighting talk where I come from, Robin. Right, so we'll put this away. These courts are really quite good. The ball bounces rather nicely on them, so we've tested all that out. If you want to come down and have a game of tennis, you don't need to be like Robin and myself, Andy Murray and Serena Williams, but if you want to just bring your friends down and have a little knockabout, it's great. As I say, the 2 guys over there, they're doing brilliant. We were watching them for a little while and we thought we better not challenge them to a doubles game because I don't think Robin and I would have beaten them, to be quite honest. Right, so here we go. Until another day, the balls are going away. Right, Robin, where to now? Well, we'll go over to the play park.
Yeah,
there's a few families over there, and if you just give me a second, I'll just put this into my trusty bag. Now, this has been a great week as part of the Green Health Week. I didn't realise I was going to get a game of tennis. I didn't realise I'd be on loads of exercise equipment, and certainly didn't realise I'd be doing dog agility as well. There's been a bit of everything. So, now, Robin's brought a skateboard with him today, but I am point blank, I'm putting this out there right on camera, I point blankly refuse to go up and down on the skate park on a skateboard. So Robin, you'll have to do that bit.
Alright, okay.
Right, okay. Right,
So we can get out of here now.
Now, how do we get out? We might be stuck in here. No, we're getting out. There we go. And always close the gate because the guys are doing their championship games. They don't want anybody running in and out to disturb their game. Okay, the play park over here is really good. I've been here many a time with the grandchildren and I've met other people here as well. So we'll go and have a little spy in what's going on in here. Dudhope Park, how to get here, there's a few buses that stop on Lochie Road. It's easily accessible from the Hilltown area as well. Lochie Road, loads of buses going up and down there, so you can get here quite easily. Good thing about this park, same as yesterday, if you joined me yesterday at Lochie Park, sensory games as well and sensory equipment. So we'll go in and have a look. Okay, I'll just put my bags down there and collect them on the way out. Right, so it's kind of mixed in here for age groups, for various kids' age groups. So you've got things that would suit the older kids, higher climbing frames, etc., and the smaller ones for the younger kids. But here we go over here. all we do is turn that round. Remember yesterday it was bring on the rain. This is kind of different. So you're just getting the balls to move all around and it makes a noise, etc. Okay? Or if you don't want to be too technical about it, you can just spin it round. Okay? Here we go, spooky pairs game. So what you can do is just try and pair things up. So if you've got your kids with you today, you just turn it round and try and link things up. Let's see if I can find the rabbit. There's the two rabbits, so there you go. My eyesight's not too bad today. So kids could be playing with that as well. The other thing we've got, it's like cogs in a wheel. You just spin it round and round it goes. And this one, it's not the easiest to spin round, that's it. See that? So all the cogs fit in. Round we go, there's a few kids playing here today, having a great time. God, I'd be far too dizzy to be doing that. The wee lassie is spinning round like goodness knows what, having a great time.
What's that thing there?
This thing over here, well, kids sit on this, Robin. If you want to sit on it, I could push you round.
Okay, right.
So Robin, you're actually going to do it. Robin, well done. Round he goes.
There you go.
Are you okay, Robin?
Panoramic view. Right, that'll do.
So that's that. You've got the swings, you've got the higher climbing frames, lots of things, and the tyre up there. So lots of things to do in here. So that's the play park. There's seats for everybody. You know, you want to have a seat. There's actually a picnic bench over there as well. Loads of bins. So remember, if you've got any rubbish, please make sure you put it in the bin. This is dog exclusive, so dogs aren't allowed in here. So if you want to come here with your kids, you'll be fine. There's no dogs in here at all, or there shouldn't be. Okay, so we're going to go a wee walk around. Robin, you got your skateboard ready?
Yeah, it's in my pocket.
Right, Robin's got his skateboard ready, so we'll go over. Right, I shall just pick up my bag.
Tennis rackets.
My back. Tennis rackets, we can't leave them because we've still got that championship game to finish off. And the game will be played at 6 o'clock tonight. If anybody wants to come down and view the final, get in touch with the community health team for tickets. It's a ticket-only event because it's so popular. Right then, Robin. Now, I usually tell you all about the toilet facilities. At the moment, the toilet facilities, which are based just up from the tennis courts, they're out of action at the moment. I've also... Jen and I's got a hotline to one another, so I spoke to Jen for the empowerment worker this morning. They're just waiting on parts coming so they can get the door of the toilets fixed. So hopefully that doesn't take too much longer to come through and the toilets will be able to be utilised again. So, on a Thursday afternoon, I usually have a walking group here, just with restrictions and that. They haven't been meeting here for the past few weeks. But we meet here and we walk around here, and it is a good park to walk around. It's got good paths, it's got tranquil areas as well, so if you want to come here, a bit like Swanee Ponds, remember I showed you the tranquil area. So what we'll do is we'll go and look at the very active park first, though. We'll go down to where the skate park is. Now if you've ever been into Dudhope Park and it's been a sunny day, guaranteed there is a multitude of people at the skate park, be it on scooters, rollerblades, but generally they're on skateboards. I think they're called something else now. It's not just skateboards, Robin. Do you know the other word for them?
No idea, no.
Something board. My granddaughter's got one, but...
Oh, not a hoverboard, no. That's
not a hoverboard,
no.
No, but anyway, I can't remember the name, and if it pops up in our minds, we'll let you know. But there's also a unique tree in this park. You will not see this anywhere else. Oh. Now, I don't know how they managed to grow these trees. It's a miracle of modern science. But if you look up there, we've got what's known as a shoe tree. Now, where else in the world do you ever get a shoe tree? So you've got loads and loads of different shoes growing. I don't know how they managed to grow. They must use some special fertiliser, Robin, perhaps?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Can you see all that? The different shoes and boots and everything that grow on this tree. So if you're ever needing shoes or anything, you don't need to go to the shoe shop, you come down to the shoe tree. Now, we've been hoping that there's a money tree. So when we walk around, we're hoping that there's maybe going to be a money tree. But there you go, there's the skate park there. There's just a couple of people in it today, but 1, school's on, and 2, it isn't the best of days, and 3, it's quite early, I take it, for some people to be out skateboarding, isn't it? So maybe that's what it is. So, there you go. If you want to jump on your skateboard and come down here at any point, please feel free. You'll be more than welcome. There we were up there at the tennis court. We're just going to have a little walk up again. And adjacent to the tennis courts this morning and every other day, you've got basketball courts, but we've not brought the basketball along because Robin and I weren't too sure how good we'd be at basketball, and we thought the tennis game would be enough for us this morning. So the basketball courts are just up there, and you've also got the community garden. Now the community garden's just over there, so if we want any more information on that, we can maybe speak to Jennifer Livingston. She can give us some more information. This area here that we're on just now, we'll get a big swing around. This is a really large area, and when I've been here before, it's a great exercise area for dogs. So if people come down here with their dogs, could you make sure you bring your bags and you can bag it and bin it and put it away. And again, the same with your litter, make sure you're making use of the bins that are in the facilities. Now, getting out for a walk, and this is what I'm here to try and promote, and getting outdoors and making use of the green spaces is really good for your mental well-being. And this is Mental Wellbeing Awareness Week as well, so trying to look after your mental well-being is really important. So getting out, Robin and I had a wee bit of fun there doing the tennis, you know what I mean, and we haven't played for a couple of years now, Robin. So, but all the old strokes and hits and smashes were coming back again, so we were hoping we'd get to a good level. But doing something like that, that's made us feel quite good. And I think Robin feels better than me because he was actually winning, I think, at one point. So, but it's not about the winning, it's about the taking part.
Yeah.
But there you go. So a wee game of tennis was making us feel better. And, you know, maybe it's something you need to think about as well. Is there something different you can do? And you'll maybe say, oh, I've not got a racket or anything. Well, I'll let you into a wee secret. The rackets that I've got cost less than £1. Now, they're not out the Poundland or anything like that, but they're not a bad make. I'm trying to see which one had the pound sticker on it, Robin. Did we take it off?
That's the one I had, I don't know which.
So, which one were you using? Oh, there
That
it is
one there,
there.
yeah.
Look, and it's not a bad one, a head tennis racket. Look, that was out one of the thrift shops. So, you can get yourself a couple of rackets, you know, and it's not as if it's food, they don't go off. You can keep them, you know, and just use them as and when. And you know what, you don't actually need a tennis court to be using them. You could come out into a great big space like this with the grandchildren, your own children, any children, just come down, you and your friends have a game of tennis.
Do we know if there's any like sort of tennis groups or clubs or anything like that play here? Is it generally just people that come along in their own? Or?
Yeah, the courts here are public courts, so it's not for a tennis club. If people want to join a tennis club, there's various clubs in and around Dundee,
Right.
which are usually private. So is this a group we could start up, Robin? A tennis group?
Yeah, Alison Robbins tennis
Yes,
group.
tennis coaching as well. Did you see how good we were? So we could do the tennis coaching, no bother. What was that? The phone's ringing. Andy, Robin's too busy to do coaching for you. Sorry, Andy Murray. Goodbye. Right,
Tennis.
so there he is. Andy Murray's wanting Robin to coach him.
Got tennis coaching, dog training. What else can we offer?
You were good at conflict resolution.
Oh yeah, and that with the little birds.
Yeah, the Coots were having a set too in a fight at Swanee Ponds, and we sorted that out by throwing some oats to distract them. And Robin came out with, "That's good. It was conflict resolution." And I thought we just averted a mealy and a rammy, but no, it was conflict resolution.
It's a formal term.
Here we are in the park, lovely big area, you know, and if Robin and I want to go for a sprint, a run, a jog, or if you've got Azra would have a great time here, Robin.
Yeah, she would.
Lots of area for her to run about in, isn't there?
Yeah, massive space. Any events or anything that happen in this park at any time? Yeah,
there's lots of events. Again, we'll go to our go-to person, which is Jen Livingston, the empowerment worker. There's been lots of events held in Dudhope Park over the years. Very good events as well. And talking about dogs, they had display dogs here at one point, you know, during the course of an event. There's been lots of kids work done here. As I say, there's been displays on, there's been lots, and I think Friends of Dudhope Park do a great job, you know, promoting and keeping the place active, and, you know, lots of activities going on. So what we'll do now is we're going to walk over to the castle. So the castle, Dudhope Castle, is a lovely looking building, very stately, and until recently was home to a lot of council employees. Is that right, Robin?
it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not quite sure what's happening now, but if you do want to know more about what's happening, you can be involved in the Friends of Dudhope Castle group, and you can get information on how to find out more about that through our Facebook page. If you just message in, we'll try and give you the information you're looking for. This is rather steep, Robin, so let's be careful that we don't have an unfortunate tumble. There we go, we're down safely, we've made it. Right, so we'll just go along here.
Yeah, there's some nice trees. Like, that's quite a nice tree, like that one on the right there.
Yeah, there's lovely coloured trees, and it's right next to the shoe tree.
Yeah.
If anybody's ever come across a shoe tree in Dundee, please let Robin and I know, because as far as we're aware, this is the only shoe tree in Dundee. In fact, maybe even Tayside, maybe even Scotland, the UK, the world, who knows? We should have some of the botanists coming over to find out how to grow these shoe trees. You'll maybe see in the distance there is Newport over there. You can see a bit of the Tay. So when you're walking around here, you get lovely good views. And we were talking to one of the dog walkers this morning. She said she loves coming to this park. It's nice and tranquil, especially when she comes here first thing in the morning. She can exercise her dog. I think she said her dog's name was Scout. Is that right?
Yeah, I think she did, yeah.
Yeah, and he was a lively wee thing, so he was. So round we go, and there you go, over there is Dudhope Castle. Now, when I've been here at my walking group, now, you might not be old enough, anybody watching this, and probably it's nothing to do with age, but it's more to do with information and knowledge. When I was walking around, one of the participants had said, "Do you know that used to be a zoo there?" And I thought, Dudhope Castle was a zoo. But if anybody knows anything about that, could you message in? And because I wasn't quite sure about it, but they were adamant there used to be monkeys and birds and other animals, all kept within the confines of Dudhope Castle. We're not talking 10, 20 years ago, we're going back quite a number of years. So yeah, a zoo. So see, when you think of the history behind all your parks, it's quite amazing, all the different things that go on. Now, over there in the car park, that was COVID testing for a while. So I don't know if it's getting back to normal where we can just use it again as a normal car park, but it's still all set up, you know, to do some of the testing. There's also a car park, public car park, over at the other side there. So if you're coming here, you could park in the car park or the surrounding areas. It'll be difficult for you to get parked on Infirmary Bray, which is where the old DRI used to be, because that's all double yellow lines. So make use of the car park. Or Robin and I think we've parked in St Mary Place this morning, haven't we, just off the Lochie Road. So we've got in there some nice gardens down there, lots of work. There's actually, I don't think you'll see it from here, and we won't manage to get down to it because there's a lot of roadworks and things going on, but you've got the cannon, and that used to be a favourite spot for some of the walkers to go down and visit and have a look at the cannon. They've very friendly named it the 1 o'clock gun. So we'd go down there and we'd just have a look at it, and you'd got a good view over the rest of Dundee when you went down to the cannon down there. So it's a case of getting out to the parks in Dundee and finding out what's going on there and what other things are there. Did you know the cannon was there? Maybe you didn't. And if you didn't, the next time you're here, try and have a wee visit to it. Okay? The refuse collectors are emptying all the recycling bin, so you might hear a lot of noise in the background every so often. But here we are walking along one of the paths at Dudhope, and if you look all the way around and up there, look at that lovely big area to be taking your dog. In fact, there's a dog getting his exercise just now. Yeah. Now, Robin and I have been here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This is now Thursday, so this is day 4 of us getting out and about. So I hope we're managing to persuade you to get out and get yourself a wee bit more active. Try and get to some of the parks. And the reason we're promoting the parks and the other green spaces is they're well known. It's an absolute fact that getting into the green spaces makes you immediately feel better. It boosts your mood, boosts your well-being, boosts your spirit. If you walk around areas that are concrete, housing, lots of noise, lots of traffic, that doesn't really make you feel as well as you could be feeling. So if you get yourself to the green spaces, i.e. the parks, etc., it immediately lifts your spirits. There's a lovely tree. I'm not an expert on trees. All I can say is it's lovely, but there you go, lovely blooms coming out on the tree. So we can take in that experience and say, isn't that really nice? We've also got a multitude of seats around here, so if you feel you need to have a seat, that's absolutely fine. I'm out with a walking group, and not everybody's at the same ability as everybody else, and some people need to stop after 10 minutes and have a wee rest, and that's what the park's great for, because you can do that. When we go on our walks, it's not a race, it's about just getting out and having a nice time and enjoying being with other people and getting yourself mobile. Now, it might be difficult to get the law into focus here, but it is behind some of those trees up there, Robin.
Yeah.
Maybe as we move around you might be able to see it. Right, we'll go to the notice board over here and let's have a look at the whole layout of the park. A lot of people at my walking group love the house that's here. So
Oh yeah.
we used to come here when it was a bit of a wreck, and it needed totally modernised, and it needed, you know, a lot of upgrading, and to see it now, it looks absolutely fantastic. Looks really good. And across there now, that green door there, Robin, if you can focus on the green door.
Yeah.
Can anybody see that green door? If you know what that green door represents, please message in. I'll give you a minute or two. I'll go to the display board, then I'll tell you what the green door's all about. And it's not what, who was it used to sing about the green door? Things behind the green door. That was it was a famous person who used to sing. Somebody will remember. So if you remember who sang Behind the Green Door, could somebody message that in as well? I'm going to tell you what's behind that green door in a little while. Right. So here we are. So there's the layout of the park. If you could see that map there, you'll be able to see that there's tennis courts, the equipped play area, the games area, which was the basketball, etc. What's not listed on there is, it's maybe just to the side a little bit, is the community garden. Okay, you've got the skate park listed, you've got the recycling point, which we mentioned as well, and there's a bit of a photograph of the castle as it used to look. Doesn't look like that now. It's a lot whiter now. It's got a white paint on it. That seems to be of an older kind of paint, the way it was before. Have we not had anybody messaging in about who sung behind the green door?
No one's answering.
Come on, somebody must know behind
They might later, but you're going to
they
get the
might
answer.
later. Right, I'm going to wait to tell you what's behind the green door, but if you know who sang that song, oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue, but hopefully somebody knows. Well, over there, that used to be what was known as the DRI, Dundee Royal Infirmary. And if you went through that green door, it maybe wasn't green and back in the day, you were 9 times out of 10 going to A&E, accident and an emergency. So that was the entrance to A&E. And I played a lot of hockey in my day, and I've got to say I was in and out that door more times than I care to remember. Broken fingers, my nose was broken a couple of times, cuts and bruises, you name it. They patched me up pretty well, so I can't thank them enough at the DRI. It wasn't some place I liked going, but you were always very well treated, I've got to say. So, it's now lovely apartments, it's lovely housing, so that's all been transformed. So no longer a hospital, everything got transferred to 9 Wells. This is a bit of a noisy part of the park. This is on Infirmary Brae where a lot of cars go up. But Robin and I are going to walk to the top of here, okay?
We would have had some daffodils out here earlier in the year, a few weeks ago maybe. It would have been nice and yellow. Yeah,
we've maybe just come at the wrong time here. That's what it's like when we're going out and about on our wanders, Robin. We were really lucky at Swanee Ponds on Monday because we saw the cygnets and we saw the coots, the baby coots, etc., the hern. So it's just your luck of the draw when you go. And you can maybe go to Swanee Ponds and not see anything. They could be hiding on the island and you wouldn't see anything. So here we go. We're going to get a view of the law and the monument now, Robin. There we go. Synonymous with Dundee. Dundee Law. I don't know anybody from Dundee that's never been up the law. So if there's anybody out there and you're one of the very few that have not been up Dundee Law, try and make it one of your goals to try and get to the top of the law. Because you won't get a better viewpoint of the whole of Dundee than you do from up there. It's absolutely great. You just look all around and you see over to Fife, into Angus, maybe a bit of Perthshire as well, so you get a viewpoint of lots of areas surrounding Dundee. Well, this is quite a steep hill, isn't it, Robin?
A little bit.
Do you know how fit we're going to be by the end of this week? There we go. Right, so
What did you say about the buses there? So there's bus stops down the road a bit. So what numbers did you say that if people wanted to?
Well, there's buses go up and down Lochie Road, and I think it's the 17. There'll be a few more buses go up and down. There's one comes up and down here, which I can't remember the number. If I say the number 4, I could be wrong. It's a 3 or 4, and it goes up and around. But we can always look up, you know, if anybody wants to know how to get here, we can certainly do it. But I know that the walkers that come to my group, they get off the bus on Lochie Road and just cut up and come into the park, because that seems to be the more regular service, the number 17. And that bus goes, oh God, stretches from, it'll take you the northeast, it'll go from Whitfield all the way through the town, all the way up Lochie Road, and it'll end up at Ninewell. So it's a bus that, you know, takes in quite a lot of areas. This is a really nice area to walk down, overhanging trees, etc. And again, in the background you can see some people exercising their dogs. So getting out and about, this is Robin and I on a Thursday morning. We've been out and about. We've had a game of tennis. We've saw some lovely sights. We saw the tree, the shoe tree, etc. So I'm hoping it persuades you to get out. Now tomorrow we have got our final visit of the week, and our final visit tomorrow is going to be the Dichty. So we're going to go along the Dichty and see all what the Dichty's got to offer. So that's another great place to be visiting in Dundee. And what we've tried to do this week is go to different areas and maybe visit some of the parks that are not as well known as others. I mean, we've got Camperdown, we've got Baxter. We could have been at those 2 parks, but most people know about those parks and have been to them. So we're trying to really highlight some of the other ones. So I hope you've enjoyed today's little trot around Dudhope Park. If anybody wants a recording of the final between Robin and myself at the tennis, please let us know, and if you want a ticket, let us know as well. I do still have the books. I got another request for another 2 books yesterday, so I'm handing out some more books this afternoon. So I've got the Confidence Journal, Happiness Journal, Resilience Journal, Mindfulness Journal and the Calm Journal. So that's 5 different books. If any of those titles take your fancy and you'd like a copy of them, please message in and I'll make sure I get a book to you. And I'm meeting some people at various places. Okay, thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll catch you again tomorrow. Bye for now.